So you're on the hunt for your first real camera, and you've probably got your eye on two fantastic options from Canon, the R50 and the R100. They look pretty much the same, they both promise incredible photos, but there's one big difference that changes, well, everything. And that difference is $280. Yep, that's not pocket change. It's the gap that separates the super affordable R100 from its slightly more advanced sibling, the R50. And that one number is the entire reason we're talking about this today. So that brings us to the big question, right? Is the R50 really worth a whole 70% more than the R100? We're going to dig in and figure that out, and by the end of this, you'll know exactly which one is for you. Okay, let's just get the most important and maybe the most surprising fact out of the way right now. The core image quality, the sharpness, the colors, the actual photos you'll be taking is absolutely identical. Both cameras have the exact same 24-megapixel sensor inside. So this decision isn't about which one takes a better picture, it's about everything else. So if the pictures are the same, what is that $280 getting you? It all comes down to the features. So let's break down exactly what that extra cash buys you. All right, so here's the spec sheet. And yeah, on paper, the R50 looks like it's winning everywhere. But let's not get lost in the numbers. We're going to focus on the few key differences that you will actually feel when you're out there shooting. First up, autofocus. The R100 has a respectable 143 autofocus points. Not bad. But the R50? Whoa, it has 651. That's a massive 355% increase. In the real world, that means the camera can lock onto your subject pretty much anywhere in the frame. You don't have to keep them stuck in the middle. But it's not just how many points, it's how smart they are. The R50 has this AI-powered brain, right? It knows what a dog looks like, what a car looks like, and it'll find an eye and just stick to it. The R100 can only really do that for people. So if you're trying to get that perfect shot of your dog running at the park, this one feature is a total game changer. Next, let's talk about speed. The R50 can fire off 15 photos in a single second. That's 131% faster than the R100 6.5. What does that actually mean? It means when your kid is scoring that winning goal, you have more than double the chances of capturing that one perfect split-second moment. Okay, so we've thrown a bunch of numbers at you, but what does it all mean for you? Well, the easiest way to figure this out is to think about two different kinds of people, the modern content creator and the traditional photographer. The creator is someone thinking about YouTube, TikTok, maybe Instagram stories. They need a camera that's amazing for video, something they can easily film themselves with, and they're used to touchscreens. The photographer, on the other hand, is focused on the art of the still image, beautiful portraits, stunning landscapes. For them, it's all about that final perfect photo. And for that creator, the R50 is just a dream. It's built for how you work. You flip the screen around, boom, you can see yourself perfectly for a vlog. You're showing off a product, there's literally a product showcase mode that handles the focus for you. And maybe the biggest deal of all, the R50 will record until the battery dies. The R100 just stops after 30 minutes. But for the traditional photographer, the R100 starts to look really, really smart. I mean, you get that exact same gorgeous image quality. You're probably looking through the viewfinder to compose your shots anyway, so who cares if the screen doesn't flip? And you save a ton of money that you could spend on a fantastic new lens. Okay, so you've heard the two stories. Let's make this super practical. Which one of these people are you? All right, you should grab the R100 if your budget is absolutely locked in. If you're mostly just snapping pictures of family, vacations, that kind of thing. If you barely ever shoot video and you just want a simple camera that takes amazing photos without any fuss. For that, it's an incredible choice. But you've got to go with the R50 if you're even thinking about making videos for an audience. If you love taking pictures of fast-moving subjects like your pets or your kids playing sports, if you see this as the start of a serious hobby you really want to grow with, or honestly, if you just can't imagine using a camera in 2024 without a touchscreen. Still not sure? I get it. Let's try two super simple tiebreaker questions. First one, will you ever need to record yourself on video? For a vlog, a YouTube tutorial, anything. If the answer is yes, or even just maybe, you need the R50. That flip screen isn't a luxury. It's an absolute necessity. And here's the second tiebreaker. Do you love taking pictures of things that move fast? Your dog, your kids, any kind of sports? If the answer is yes, that better autofocus and faster speed on the R50 will be the difference between getting the shot and a whole folder of frustrating, blurry misses. Okay, let's pull back for a second and look at the big picture here. We need to stop thinking about this as just a purchase today and start seeing it as a long-term investment in your creativity. And that brings us to this idea of future-proofing. It's really just about being honest with yourself. Are you buying a camera for the photos you take right now? Or are you buying it for the photographer you want to become a year from now? Because here's the potential trap, and this slide says it all. If you buy the R100 to save money, but your skills quickly outgrow its limits, you'll probably end up selling it at a loss to buy a better camera later. Suddenly, that $280 you thought you saved is gone, and you've actually spent more in the long run. So I'll just leave you with this one last question to really think about. Be totally honest with yourself. In 1 year from now, what do you see yourself photographing? Your answer to that question will tell you everything you need to know about which camera is truly the right one for you.